Enlightened World Network. Dr. Ruth Anderson here for a meditation a day. Today we have a very special guest meditator, Ms. Sue Broome. She is coming to us. She's an angel channeler, works with folks, guides, works with folks one-on-one. She also does Facebook events, and she works with me here at Enlightened World Network for 2 meditations a month, plus a show called Messages from Your Loved Ones. And that's where Sue and I sit together with you. And we listen in for the energy coming from someone that you have loved and lost. So, Sue, I'm so glad you're here today.
I'm glad I'm here as well, Miss Ruth. It's going to be a fun day. I always enjoy Enlightened World Network. All you do.
Yay, thank you. All right, sweet thing. Are you ready to get started? And we'll see where this goes.
I am. Feels kind of like giggles today. So if anyone would like to grab any crystals ahead of time, feel free to do that. I have 2 crystals. This is a moonstone, I believe, a raw moonstone, and quartz. You don't have to have crystals though. Okay. Get yourself into a comfortable position. Sitting in your chair, or if you're lying down, just allow your body to sink deeper. Sink deeper into the chair. And take a couple of deep breaths in through the nose. And out through your mouth. You might notice that your body is already releasing stresses, tensions. Maybe you had some tight muscles. Just with one breath. So take another deep breath. Again, in through the nose and out through the mouth. And continue to take deeper breaths, not forcing them, just allowing them to get deeper with each time you breathe in. You may even notice yourself exhaling longer. And continuing to do this until you are in a very comfortable space. If you haven't already, you can close your eyes. Or you can leave them open, whatever feels right for you. Today we're going to go on a little walk along a path. It's made of stones flattened into the earth. Very easy to walk on. It's wide enough that you can easily walk with multiple people if you choose. You may even notice that there are others walking with you. Maybe loved ones, maybe angels, maybe divine spirit, maybe your spirit guides, maybe even another version of yourself from another time, another place. And on either side of this path, there are flowers, different flowers, all different kinds of flowers. On either side, you gaze off to one side and you see so many flowers. Maybe it's your favorite flower, maybe it's flowers that you've never seen before. All different shapes and colors. And they're singing and dancing in the sunlight. You glance to the other side and you see different flowers, different colors, some colors you've never seen before. Dancing in the sunlight, moving, the slight breeze. You can just feel the slight rhythm. You can smell the scent. So many flowers. Smells heavenly. And you'll notice that there's no allergies in this vision. You can breathe deeply of the scent of the flowers and see clearly the colors. As you glance from side to side slowly, you might notice some butterflies. You might notice some hummingbirds. Might notice some bees doing their jobs, collecting the pollen from all the flowers. You can just feel their joy. They're so excited. The hummingbirds collecting the nectar, being joyful. It's as if the flowers are dancing for all the butterflies and the hummingbirds. They're putting on a show for you. You might even notice that some are moving differently than others. Maybe if you listen, there's a sound coming from the flowers. other than the buzzing of the bees and the noise from the hummingbirds as their wings are moving so quickly. As you're walking along, in your mind, you're going to choose what color of flower you would like to see just around the bend. And with each step of all these multiple colors of flowers and types, you get closer to the bend. And as you curve around, whatever color you picked in your head, and see a whole field, all different types of flowers, but all that color. Maybe it was yellow like the sunshine, or blue like the sky. Whatever color you chose, notice how quickly that happened. Just bask in it. How powerful a manifester you are, changing the colors that quickly. Maybe the butterflies are the same colors as the flower you chose. Maybe so are the hummingbirds. Take a few more steps around the next curve and try it again. Choose a color in your mind before you get there. And as you come around the curve, notice the field of flowers in this new color you have chosen. Flowers that maybe you've never seen before, but they're all the color that you chose. Taking a deep breath in to see what the scent is like of all one color. Is it different than all the multiple colors? Does that color have its own wonderful scent? And see that the flowers are still dancing in the sunlight, moving ever so slightly. It's as if they're singing a song and dancing just for you. And see the end of the path ahead. And as you approach, you slowly spin around to walk back. And as you do, notice What happens to the flowers? Do they change colors? Do they go back to the multiple colors? Or is it a new color that you haven't seen? What does it feel like in your body as you notice the color or colors before you? How does your body feel with all of these colors? Or if it's a single color, what does it feel like? Does it feel healing? Is there an openness to it? An expansion of your consciousness? You want to reach out and touch any of the flowers gently with your hand or a brush of your arm or up to your cheek. What does it feel like? Listen closely. Do you hear the flowers speaking to you? Do they have a message? Or are they just singing their joy for you being here? You're slowly walking back on the path. For some of you, you might notice that the path has actually disappeared and you're just walking amongst the flowers, not harming them in any way. But you can feel the flowers, the stems, the leaves on your arms and legs as you're walking along. You might even glance down and notice that there's pollen on your arm. Some of you might even have a butterfly landing where the pollen is on your arm. It's as if you are part of the flowers. Continue to walk along, back along the path, thanking all of the flowers for their joy, for their laughter, for the healing that they have brought, for the expansion of you that they have brought. Thanking all the elementals that may have been hiding in the flowers. Thanking the butterflies and the bees, the hummingbirds, any other animals or insects that you may have noticed along the way. Slowly start taking a couple of deep breaths. Coming back into your body. Coming back into the room you were in. Bringing along the colors and the scent of the flowers if you'd like. Breathing back into your body. Moving your head from side to side. Wiggling your hands and your toes. Coming back. Stretching. Whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I enjoy your meditations because it's so easy for me to go where you are. And when you mentioned the hummingbirds, I could feel them darting and I could just feel the vibration off the wings. I mean, I was just right there with you.
They're funny.
So pretty. So I have a question for you. Your flower colors, were they typical flower colors that we have here in the 3D, or were they different? And were the shapes the same or different?
You know, I saw a lot of yellow. And what's funny is because I know the color behind you on it's yellow. And in my mind, I was thinking that it was pink. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm wearing pink. I have pink in my flower power.
Yeah.
So I saw a lot of yellow, but I also saw the blue that I saw was not a color that I typically see in flowers.
Hmm.
Because there's not a lot of, I don't think there's a lot of blue flowers. And there were so many and they were so together that I almost couldn't distinguish them. And they were taller. They were a lot taller than typical. That's the other thing I noticed. They were a lot taller.
I guess I didn't notice the height. That's interesting. I had a hard time going with one color. My brain was everywhere with these colors, but I started with purple, but in the back was yellow. I mean, it was like, no, choose yellow. No, choose yellow. So I started with purple and then I went to yellow, but the yellows didn't even stay yellow. They morphed into like yellow, orange, salmon with just this tiny little tinge of a really light green. And then when you had us walk down the path and turn around, they had all become bright fuchsia tulips. So all over the place today. But the message was really sweet. The message that I heard, and my brain kind of went, Sue, we're listening to the flowers for a message. Okay. But the message that I did hear was basically just slow down and listen. You don't need to be anywhere. You don't need to be doing anything. Just be right here. And so often we get that message from spirit. It's like you don't have to do. You don't.
Right.
Just be.
Mhm.
Yeah. So thank you for that. It was lovely.
You're welcome. It was fun. There was a couple of unexpected things that showed up. And you know what, this shirt, it's so funny because I don't I think the shirt, Spirit picked out the shirt for some of the meditation to fall into place. Cause there was a couple of things that were coming to me and it's like, okay, we'll see where it goes. And then it's like, oh, yeah, flower power. But the thing that really surprised me is walking along and I could see the pollen on my arms. And it was almost like, cause I don't know what, I mean, cause pollen isn't for people, but if you got a bunch of pollen on your arm, it felt like there was healing in it.
Oh, interesting.
So yeah, it was interesting. So it's like, it was cool.
I just had a flash of the Wizard of Oz and the red poppy field and how it put everybody to sleep.
Mhm.
Ooh, I have to think about that for just a minute.
Poppies. Hmm,
Very cool.
yes,
Mhm.
I liked it.
Interesting. So, Sue, if folks want to work with you, what can they expect and how do they contact you?
They can go to my website, SueBroome.com, and they can expect like this meditation, every time you do it, is very unique in who you are and what will come of it. And every session is like that. It's unique for where you are in the moment, what you're going through, what you're looking for, what your angels are working with you on. So everyone is unique and different.
Friends, I can tell you that working with Sue is really profound and she's skillful in helping you to see what the messages are too. She's not just talking at you, she's processing it with you, and it's really a beautiful opportunity. So please check her out with that. So Sue Broome, thank you so much. And friends here at Enlightened World Network, just feel into the wonder, and it's everywhere around us. I mean, if I'm surrounded by flowers here in my particular office, but just look outside your window and the nature right there, and the energy in nature is as profound and as strong as the energy that the flowers that we manifested in our own head. So check it out, friends. So take good care. God bless.